Hey, what's going on everyone? Josh Quinones here, and today we are going to be unboxing the brand new TCL 10L and giving you guys my full first impressions on this device. Now, I did get to spend a little bit of time with it back in January at CES, but it wasn't really a whole lot of time that I got to spend with this phone. So today is the day we get to see what comes in the box and then check out the phone itself and see what it's all about. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so starting with the box itself, of course in the front we get a picture of the device itself along with its name, the TCL 10L. Now I went ahead and took the plastic off already just to go ahead and get that out of the way. Then up top it says display greatness. Nothing really over to the right except for its name, and then over to the left side of the box it gives us a little bit of specs about the device itself. So we got a 6.53 inch full HD plus display. We've got some HDR, a 48 megapixel high resolution camera, a 16 megapixel selfie camera, Bluetooth capabilities, and a 4000 milliamp battery. Then going to the back of the box, really nothing here except for the name and the website. And then down at the bottom they give us the model, which is the TCL 10L, and then the color, which is a Mariana blue or Mariana blue. Not really sure if I'm saying that correctly, a Mariana blue. So really excited to get this open and check it out. Now this is the 64 gigabyte model with 6 gigabytes of RAM, and you also get expandable storage with up to 256 gigabytes, which is always great to have. It comes with Android 10 out of the box. It's running Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 processor. So let's go ahead and get this open and see what it's all about. All right, let's go ahead and get this open. There we go, set that to the side. So the first thing we are greeted with is this little box right here, which has the SIM ejector tool on the outside, and I'm sure it has the user manuals on the inside. And oh, look at that, we actually get a case with this phone. There we go, got that out of there. The quick start guide, let me go ahead and throw this over to the side, but look at this. They also include a case with this phone, which is a huge plus, especially for the price, because this phone is going to be going for $250 here in the US, which is a great price. And for it to come with the case is a huge plus. Now, it doesn't feel like it's going to be the most protective case. As you can see there, a very flexible case, but the fact that you have a case out of the box is always great. In the back, it says display greatness. We'll go ahead and try that on later. Let me go ahead and set that to the side. And then we have the device itself. Let me go ahead and take this out, set that over to the side really quick, and let's see what else comes inside. Of course, we get the charging cable. Let's see if it's USB Type-C. I'm sure it is. Yes, it is. USB Type-C charging cable, set that to the side. And then of course the charging brick itself. So let me go ahead and set all of this over to the side, and let's go ahead and take a look at the device itself. Just gonna go ahead and let it slide right out of there. Look at that. And oh, okay, so look at this. So it actually comes with a screen protector on the display already installed. Now that is another huge plus. So not only does it come with the case, let's go ahead and try this on, but it also comes with a screen protector. So you are ready to be protected out of the box. Look at that. And it looks like the screen protector will provide the display a little bit of protection. There's a little bit of a lip there. And then this is the back, and that is that Mariana blue. Let me go ahead and take this off so we can really see what this color is going to look like. Look at that, looking really, really nice. I actually really like this color. I think it gives this phone a real premium look for being a $250 phone. It doesn't look like a $250 phone, and it doesn't feel like a $250 phone either. It actually feels really good in the hand, and it feels more premium than what it costs. So let's go ahead and see if this has any juice here. Let's go ahead and see if it'll turn on, and boom. So it looks like it does have some juice. So let's go ahead and take a look at the outside of the phone really quick while I let that boot up. So of course we have the 4 camera setup in the back. We got a 48 megapixel high resolution camera, a depth sensor, a macro lens, and a super wide angle lens. And then of course 2 flashes on the side. And then we get that fingerprint sensor in the back, which I personally think, in my opinion, that is a perfect spot for a fingerprint sensor, because your finger just always naturally rests there. It is just so easy to access, and it's very convenient to have right there in the back. So I've always thought that that is the perfect spot for a fingerprint sensor, even though having a fingerprint sensor in the display is always nice as well. I just find it to be very convenient when it's in the back. So looking at the right side of the device, we get a power button, 2 volume rockers, and then going over to the left side, we get a button that can be customized to pretty much set up with any app that you want or whatever voice assistant you want. Me personally, I'll probably just set it up to be able to push it and activate my Google Voice Assistant. And then we have a SIM card slot and SD card slot right here on the left side as well. And then going to the top, look at that. We actually get a headphone jack, which is something that you don't see a lot nowadays with new devices. While a lot of other companies are getting rid of it, TCL is bringing it. So that is always a huge plus to have on your device. Then we get a microphone up top, and then the charging port on the bottom, USB Type-C, and then the speaker and another mic. I'm pretty sure both of these are not speakers, but I'm gonna go ahead, throw my information in, set this up, and then I will be right back. All right, so I am all set up and ready to go. Got my fingerprint set up, got my facial recognition set up, downloaded a couple of apps, and I even messed around with the cameras for a little bit, took a couple of pictures, so we can check those out here in a bit. But just kind of scrolling through the phone up and down in the app drawer, side to side on the home screen, through the Google feed here, it's actually pretty smooth. I'm not experiencing really any lag at all. Not bad for a $250 phone. As you can see here, it's working pretty good. Now, like I said, I haven't installed all of my apps, just a couple, so I'm not sure if that's going to change once I start adding more stuff onto this device, but so far it is working pretty good, not bad at all. Let's go ahead and take a look at the fingerprint sensor, which will work if the display is off, as you see there. So let's test it out. Look at that. Pretty accurate and pretty quick as well. Boom. One more time. Boom. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the facial recognition now. Now my face is behind the camera, so I'm gonna try to do this as best as I can. 3, 2, 1, boom. Again, 3, 2, 1, boom. 3, 2, 1. And it seems to be working just fine, really accurate. And it's actually pretty quick. Let me get my face more out of behind the camera here. Boom. Boom. So facial recognition definitely does work. It's not the fastest, but it is fast enough, so not too bad. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the pictures I took here now. Let's go into the gallery. Now let's go ahead and start at the beginning. So the first picture I took was basically just of the box itself for this device, and it seemed to get a lot of detail. Got the edges really good on this box while blurring out the background a little bit. So this one looks really good. Let's go over to the little baby Groot here. Now the reason I took a picture of this is because of all the little kind of stitching and holes it has around the face, and just basically this whole little doll here, and it caught a lot of that detail. If I zoom in all the way, look at all the detail that it caught in this photo. That is not bad at all, while still blurring out the background, giving it a nice little blur there. So really impressed with the quality in that photo. Then I took a picture of my dog to see how well it would get the hairs around his face here. Didn't do too bad. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it didn't do too bad. Let's go over to the next photo. This one I took with the selfie camera. Let's see how much detail it got in my face. It actually got a lot of detail, actually, while still kind of blurring out the background. You can see my messed up walls right there. But so far as the selfie camera goes, it is not bad. And then I took one more picture of this wireless charger to see how much detail it would get in this fabric. And again, it actually did a really good job. As you can see, I can really zoom in on this picture. But so far the device is looking great. It's performing great. Like I said, I'm going to have to add on all the rest of my apps to see how it's actually going to perform once I start adding more stuff on, especially when it comes to gaming. I know there's a lot of gamers out there that game on their phones, so I'm really curious to see how this is going to perform when it comes to gaming as well. And then y'all already know I'm gonna have to do my all-day battery drain test to see if this 4,000 milliamp battery will actually be able to get us through a full day of usage or not. Now, one quick thing I want to show you guys is this smart key here on the left that I talked about earlier, that you can pretty much customize to do what you want it to do. So I have it set up to where a single press will pull up my Google Assistant, a double press will pull up the camera, and then a press and hold will pull up the screen recorder. So you got 3 options that you can set this up for. So that is another really cool feature. And then of course that headphone jack up top that you just really can't complain about. That is a plus. And then of course expandable storage on this device. So far it's looking like a really great deal for $250. My first impressions are great. I think it's a great looking device as well. That Mariana blue, you know what, let me give it a quick wipe down, because yes, this is a fingerprint magnet, but look at that color. It's looking really, really good. I actually really like it. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. Do you think this is a great device so far as first impressions go? And if there's anything that you want me to cover in my full review, anything specific, just let me know down in the comment sections, everything that you guys want to know about this device. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to leave a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. But for now, thanks again for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.